Okay, so the first assignment, uh, let's start first of all with our HTML default, and the first assignment is meant to detect the data type. So let's say our title can be data type detection. Data type detection. You can now say I'm going to write my script inside here just so that we see everything at the same time. Okay, the first assignment says you get a prompt to enter your username, get another to enter your full name, sorry, then you get another prompt to enter your cohort, and now you get another last prompt to enter anything. When you enter that last stuff you have entered, it's going to automatically detect the data type for you and print it out. So let's start from somewhere. Let's say const from const full name. This will now be a prompt. This is a variable that will be a prompt, and the prompt will now ask for your full name. So let's write something. I like to write this: enter your full name. Okay, so the prompt will ask you this: enter your full name, and when you enter your full name, it's going to save it as full name. Then you are still going to get another prompt after this: const cohort. It's going to be another prompt to say enter your cohort, enter your cohort, and once you enter it, it's going to give you another prompt again, and that third prompt we're going to save it into data type. Let me put it this way. So this is the prompt that will tell us the data type of what we want to enter now. Or let's say user input, let's just call it user input, and it's going to bring a prompt, and in that prompt it's going to say maybe enter let me see, type an input, and I will tell you its data type. So that's it, right? So let's save this and run it. Okay, so once you run it, it asks you to enter your full name, and the full name, maybe the full name Terence on here. Okay, and enter. It gives you enter your cohort 11, and enter, and it tell you type an input, and I will tell you its data type. So I will have to type my inputs here. Then once I take OK, it's going to display here maybe welcome Terence from cohort 11. Your input that input is of data type under. So let's come here now. This is our HTML. Let's put a div. So this div is just a container. It will not have anything until we tell it to have something in our JavaScript. So let's just give it an ID of content. So our content will go here, and now in our JavaScript we are going to get this element. So let's const content equal to document dot, we're getting it, dot get element by id, we're getting the element by id content, that's we're getting this content. I will now save it inside a new variable called content. I've gotten it. Then now we're going to say, when I've gotten it, what do we now do? We now say content. What? Sorry, somebody was talking to me. I'm back. We now say content dot inner HTML. That's what I'm saying. The inner HTML of this content, that's this position, this place now, this line 11, that is the inner HTML or inner text. Inner text is the same, it will still give you the same thing. Or text content is still the same thing. Document dot inner text will now be equal to what? I can put my backticks because I want to write a statement that will contain variables. I want to write a string that will contain variables, so I have to use backticks. So let me compose my stuff here. I can now compose my stuff using something like, okay, I would like to say welcome in an H1. I can now use, I can write my HTML here. It's called JSX welcome, welcome. So after the welcome, this will allow you to, H1, or let me use H2. This will allow you to have to type everything yourself, so it's not going to complete it for you because it's not really inside the HTML, it's inside JavaScript. So JavaScript doesn't really understand the JSX H2. Okay, this will give us welcome. After the welcome is going, I want it to give us a new line before. Okay, after the welcome, I can do this. It's still inside the backticks. Everything is inside the backtick. So I'm just making it look simpler for us. Welcome, I'll put a paragraph, and in this paragraph I'm going to say, let me close the paragraph first. P. Okay, this is a paragraph. In this paragraph I'm going to say welcome. Okay, which statement? How do I put the statement?
This statement now, what is it? Is it going to be attached to the person's username?
Yes.
Like name?
Yes, something like welcome.
Okay, so for instance,
your name is,
welcome Terence, right?
yes, or
Okay,
something,
okay,
something
okay.
like we are on your full, or your name is, then I put the person's name here, like the computer is telling you the person's name. This is a variable. The name is a variable. This is it. It's a variable, so I'm putting it inside here. Your name is full name. Your name is full name, comma. Okay, let me see. Your name is full name from I have to put the cohorts here. From cohort 11. So I'll just put cohorts here because this cohort holds anything. This cohort holds anything you type as your cohort. Welcome, your name is this from cohort 11. Then maybe another paragraph. I'm just making it look nice. Another paragraph to say your input, your input of another variable. I'm just trying to call my variables which I've used under your inputs of user input. Let me use a small u here. Input of user input is of data type. What's the data type? How do we get the data type? It's of data type. Data type is a variable too.
Is it type of?
Yes, it's going to be a variable too. Type of user input. So I believe we all understand why I'm using the variable. If I just use type of data input here, it's going to see like a string. But type of data input is something that holds a value, so you have to be here. So now you can see this is a normal HTML window, but it's going to appear only after these things must have run. So it's inside backticks. That's why I have to use. That's why I can use the quotes. The the variable. So I think we are done with this. Let me save. Okay. Enter full name. Terence on here. Okay. Okay. Enter cohort. Cohort 11. Okay. Type an input and I will tell you its data type. Input can be, what should I type? Should I type number or
Type a number. You can type a number.
okay?
Type number, let's type number.
I want to check something.
Remember, you also talk about maybe an empty this will show undefined.
Name, no problem. Name, Terence. I know why I'm typing this. I want to check something. Okay. Your name is Terence Onyeka from cohort 11. These things are not supposed to show this all these things, but no problem. We'll look into it. Your input of this is of data type string. Okay, he's giving me everything, but these things are showing, which I don't really like. It's running fine. It's giving us.
Yes, but it's then showing the tag
It's
of
not showing the
the.
tag, which is what I don't want. Let me put something new. Okay, okay. It's showing the tag because here I'm using. I think I'm using inner text here. Inner. Wait, I don't really know. Let me check. Okay.
Okay, so that means there's a difference between that inner text and
Yeah.
HTML.
Yes.
The text will give you the
The
tag,
text.
while the HTML will just give you the content.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly. So, I think it's okay, right? Welcome. Your name is this. From this, your input of this is this. Your
Can you
input.
put can you put a colon after that type so that it just like after that is of data type that then a colon.
And maybe bold. Let me bold those variables, Abby.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Like data type. Let me put a colon here first. Then these variables, I'm going to bold them. Control X. Hey. Control X. I'm going to bold them with strong. Okay. this is strong and this should be strong too.
Is it before or after that from?
What?
This one you're putting out, this strong. Is it before or after that from? Are you putting it before the from?
Your name
I thought you want
is.
to bold just the colon.
I'm body.
Okay,
I'm
okay,
body
this
the
one,
name.
okay, yeah, adding. Okay. You have not added for okay. I didn't see that full name.
Okay, I think we are done with this. He asked for styling. Do we need to style it much? Let me put.
I don't think he asked for styling. He did not ask for. Did
Okay.
he ask? Okay, he said just make it. He said make it nice.
Yeah. Terence. Your cohort number is cohort 11. Okay. And data type. Let me see. Let me just enter. Let me not put anything. String. Okay. Now I want to do. They're telling me it's a string. Let me put.
Yes.
Let me do for number. I'm going to. We're going to check for undefined after this.
That
Okay.
strong. It seems it did not reflect self.
That's true. That's true. That's true. No problem. Let me something. It reflected. See, reflected.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe I did not save that time or something. Let me see. Parents, parents. Enter your cohort 11, and good. Okay, your input of good is okay. I just want to put this in quotes, double quotes, sorry. In quotes like this, okay. Then we're going to we should try to handle how do they call it, empty space. Okay, so after this we will want to handle empty space. So after this, if okay, I know what to do. User input. Just hold on. I want to think of a good logic that will not stress us.
Won't if statement work?
Yeah, if statement will work, but I want to think of something that will not stress us.
Oh.
Hold on. Okay, let's see. Let input equal to. Okay, what we're going to say is, I know why I want to show this, because you see it more than often, because this is what programmers use. That's it. If you are really into JavaScript, it will really help you. So we are going to say we are going to say type of user input wait, user okay. Input undefined or type of user input. Okay, from what we have been reading so far, has anybody read ternary operators? I thought ternary operators, not even somebody that said I thought ternary operators. This is an operator. It's just like an if statement to say.
Yes.
I know about another
Okay,
operator.
know about this. Okay, so if this means if this is true. This now is the condition. This is the code to execute if this is true. If this is true, you execute this code. Else, you execute this code. So, if not user input, that means if this user input is empty.
Yes.
If not user input, I'm supposed to do this. If user input is empty, then input should be undefined. Right? So what he was saying, what this Mr. Skyline said we should do, if it is undefined, what should he tell you?
Still just show you that it's undefined.
Okay.
Like show you that the data type is
If it's
undefined.
empty.
Okay.
If it's empty, it will show undefined.
Okay, now so we are trying to say if not input means the input is empty, that there's nothing there. You give us this. Else, what should it do? You give us the type of the user input. So what we are printing here now, we are no longer printing user input because we have now assigned them to input. So we'll come to this place, we are printing this and change it to input. That's just all. So if we go back to our code and run it, we have Terence, okay, and cohort 11, okay, and testing. Okay, I don't have to put anything. Okay.
Are you sure you saved?
I don't know. Let me see. Okay, let me try again. Terence. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay. He's showing me string. Let me see.
Mr. Terence,
Yeah.
since we're using prompt, whatever output you're going to print out will bring us strings to you. So it's better we look for a way to convert the strings to number, and
no,
others.
Okay, it's true. What we are going to do is, since everything we enter gives us string, we should now check that if not this,
maybe an empty bracket.
How about if not
Type,
um
type,
string, then type of, is
type
there
of, yeah,
something like that going to?
yeah, that's one type of user input equal to undefined. Is that how they spell undefined? How do they spell undefined?
Defined.
If not, I don't know, it's giving. I don't. I just wanted us to write it this simple without using if, so that I will just assign it to this directly. Okay. Okay. Let me see something. I know it's giving this because of the. I know it's giving that because of this equal to here. Okay. Let's use it. Let's use the if user input. I'll still use it here. If not, again. If not, that means if it's empty, right? If it's empty, wait, look at something. Look at something, yeah. There's how you convert. Imagine you want to convert a string to um to maybe int to integer. You do pass int, then the string.
Yeah.
So if you want to convert a string to undefined, what do you do? Let me check Google. Let me see if there's something like that. Okay, since it looks like converting it will give us an issue, so what I'll do is, let me start with it. If user input is undefined, if user input is equal to undefined, it cannot be undefined even, because it will give us a string. Okay, if user input is equal to empty string, let's say empty string.
What of the element null?
No, that's if you are not going to use null, it's undefined, not null. Type of user input equal to or use let me use if I use this statement. If user input equal to type of user input equal to what on the else user I don't need the else. We see, look at this now. Can anybody hear me?
Yes, I'm with you. I was trying to admit to it. Yeah, I can hear you.
We can hear you, but
Okay.
I'm with you, sir. I'm with you. I'm with you. Now I'm trying to code along.
Hello, Mr. Perez, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can hear you. This is what is giving the issue. This
Good
thing
evening,
now.
everyone.
You cannot just change. Anyway, yeah, Mr. Olaya, good evening. I want to see how to change.
Sorry, I had to join the phone, and I don't know if there is anyone recording because
I'm
I
recording.
barely see the screen clearly. Okay, thank you.
Is it undefined or undefined? Am I doing?
Undefined.
Like,
There's a D.
undefined. The T at the end.
undefined. Like I know we encountered similar thing yesterday, right?
Sorry, what's that? I just
That's
joined, so I don't really.
okay. I don't know if it's convenient for me to say why to talk. I mean,
Okay.
Are
I
we
know.
still,
if
are
if
we
you look
still
at
on assignment?
I know what I'm going to do.
Are
okay,
we still on assignment one?
If
yes,
user input
Yes, yeah.
Okay,
dot
so
len
sorry, please. I just joined.
is greater
What
than
exactly is the problem?
You're
0,
trying to convert Mr. Terence, you can hear you.
But
Mr. Olaya, I will respond in the chat box. Just look at the chat box so that we don't disrupt the class.
okay, okay.
user input dot len is greater than. Okay, let's try now. Let me see. It's not going to. It's not going to.
Mr. Laya, check the comments, check the chat box.
Okay.
The Francis. I just want ID. My name.
Yes.
Terence.
Okay.
Enter cohort number.
I think
Cohort 11. Then it's empty, right?
yes.
Yes. Okay.
So look at the logic I used.
Line 20. Is it line 20? Line
19
what?
and 20.
Okay, 19 to
He
21.
used 0, which is almost same as no.
It's not the same as.
Yeah.
It's almost the same as no.
Okay, use the dot length. Okay. Okay, so dot length means there is
I like to
no,
use this. As there's nothing there.
yeah, nothing there at all. Okay.
Okay, so let me enter something here. Enter something here. And also enter something here. It's still giving us undefined. That means there's something in it. If user name is equal to 0, okay. I'm supposed to come back here for my user input. User. Okay. I know what to do now. If it doesn't work, I know what to do. This mistake I've made now is giving me an eye opener. If it doesn't work now, I know what to do. Okay. Now I'm going to define another variable here called let empty. I'll just say let empty. Then now if this equal to 0, user input should be empty. So I think this should work fine now. There's problem in class 4C. This is giving me a tougher time than I expected. It's still showing me string.
That first dot length, dot length approach. But the only issue now is that is there. I don't.
No,
If there is a way to
that first
make it
length approach,
just.
it was not giving it as expected though.
Yeah, that's I know. I'm saying if there is another
See,
statement that can just.
see, this thing is not just going to be easy like that. You know what? Even if you put a number, it's going to tell you string. So, first thing we need to do is we need to check first let's just leave this thing here now. Let's work with the logic. We have not done any logic here. You put a number now, for example, because you know who is eating. You know prompt receive everything as a string. Now I put a number here like 12. It gives me string. Anything will give me string. So now we have to handle it one by one. So now the issue is the logic. Where is the logic coming from? Can anybody come up with a logic? Just bring a logic. I'll write it down or code it. I don't know if you understand the challenge we're having. Anything you input is a string. So now, if you input a number, it's still seeing it as a string.
Mr. Frank, do you still have that code we were going over last night? I think there's something, I don't know if it's entirely same, but there is something similar. We think we had that issue. You said that earlier, and I remember we had that issue last night. And
we use
okay,
use type of
we
event. It's not using that HTML.
Yes, but can you list that particular line of code? Can you like copy that line of code and paste it in the chat box? Let's see. Or if you have access to your PC, you can just call it out. Or better still, just copy
type of
paste it.
add event listener. Let me copy and paste.
Are you with your sister? Can you share your screen?
Mr. Frank, can you share your screen?
I should share my screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can.
I see my screen now.
Yes.
Yes.
This is what we did yesterday.
Okay. Okay. Yes. But you are just supposed to use the type. Just compare the type. Wait, what's this? Line 7.
Past integer. But at the point, we not finish up with this code though, because that particular that empty this thing gave us time before network started messing up. And
what is type? Type
was declared in line 5.
Type is not an inbuilt. It's not a keyword. It's your own keyword. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was
run this code.
Yeah, don't go edit now. Oh, what's going on?
Use the one. Okay, I'm going to tell you to use the normal
No, this is actually what we did. And this thing is different from what we are doing now. You get?
Enter. Don't put anything there. You know, this thing is different. It's not. It's not. How do they call it? It's not alert.
This is the issue we have.
This is
Yes,
input.
yes.
Alert takes everything as a string, but input you can actually take it as if it's number, it's going to leave it as number. But with alert, with this pop-up alert, it takes everything. If you put a number, it takes it as a string. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. So the two of them cannot be the same.
Yeah.
Mr. Frank, do you understand what we are saying?
Yeah, I understand you. So, this is before. This is before this explanation that Mr. Francis made this evening, and I think we are going to. I'm not going to work with this again.
Yes.
So let me stop sharing my screen. Let's figure out what to do with about that. But I know we encountered similar thing yesterday about when we are trying to convert that empty value to maybe an undefined. This is what we're trying to do here. Else if type equals to null, and still did not work. They were still showing, despite this, was still showing a string. So, like, are you there?
Yes, I can hear you.
This is where we were when before network started messing up.
I think you are right, but the truth is that I barely see what is on the screen. I'm using my phone.
You can zoom into your phone. You can zoom.
All
Turn
right.
your phone.
Since you are
Turn your
sharing
phone.
your screen, you are
Make it
Zoom,
landscape.
yes, zoom in with your phone. Zoom in with your phone and scroll with your hand.
Hold on. Okay. Yeah, I think this is where we stop. I think we encounter certain challenge here before the network trip up also.
Yes.
So is it, but the thing is, what we are doing now is quite different from this. So
But it's the same challenge, trying to convert the empty value to undefined. It's
undefined.
exactly. Maybe okay. Let me unshare so as Terence will share so you understand what we're talking about.
No, don't share. Don't share yet. I'm coding. Let me code first.
Okay.
We can be discussing. Just discuss it.
Okay. Because I think the reason why it's showing this string is because of this element, right?
Reason why it's showing string.
Yes.
I think the reason why it's showing string is because of the input we are using. Because I later realized that whatever you put in an input, it will see it as string, even if you put a number. I
Okay.
think that
Yes.
was why
Yes.
we tried to compare type equals to number. But the part of the undefined is what I'm yet to ascertain.
Okay.
And funny enough, this particular one, before I joined, I was trying to like code it out, but at some point I couldn't go further. And I think it's this same similar challenge whereby it's still showing me string instead of number.
Okay. See ya.
So it's more or less like I'm having two challenges of number and then the undefined.
I've done something now. I think it's going to work now. But the only thing is, we cannot go by letting. Let me share my screen. Sorry, Mr. Francis, are you there? Yes, yes, yes,
Yes,
yes.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
We cannot go by letting the computer detect for us, because the computer always see a string. It has already put put it in that everything you enter here is a string. It sees a string there. That there's nothing we can do again.
Okay.
This is
Sorry, when
this.
you say there's nothing we can do, are you saying we cannot convert it to number?
Yeah, he said if you let the computer decide, uh, in that case, there is nothing you can do to convert it like from that string to um undefined. I don't know about number though. I think
Okay. Let me show you the approach I use now.
Okay. So is that
It's working. It's working for me. I don't know if it's going to work for the user or the end user, but it's working on my system.
you don't remind me of
yeah, now
that screenshot where you dropped the other day.
that
But
thing, that thing happened to
developer
me.
is working in my computer.
Okay, so if I write my name now, Terence, cohort will be cohort 11, and I don't put anything. It tells us undefined.
Okay.
Let me refresh
Fine.
again.
are you showing the code on your code? The only code I'm seeing,
Code, no, I'm showing the browser.
So
I'm on the browser.
his
brother. Ah,
browser
God.
browser
So
is on display.
I'm
I
going
think your
to
network is just
Terence
up.
on here, and I'm going to write cohort 11. Okay, and I'm going to enter 1 2 3 4 number.
Yeah.
Then normally if I should enter a string, by default it should also tell me a string. If it doesn't give me a string now, then I'm a file, because
Wow.
by default it should tell me a string. Enter cohort number, cohort 11, and I enter a string.
Ah, thank God.
So
Okay, so let's see the code.
It's not really short, thank God.
I know add
No,
much.
because
It's just this logic here.
if you don't give string, now be say our problem will still continue. We go dey
Yeah,
find solution. Okay,
and
from 21 to 28.
yeah, I just added
Okay,
the
let me
short
look
line.
at.
So I didn't allow the computer to say determine the type of. No, I'll on my own check that input, then give assign the I'll just check the input. For example, if the input is empty,
Okay,
if it's empty,
okay,
data type, which is my variable, will now be undefined. I'm not letting the
yeah,
computer to check if it's undefined for me. I'm just checking. If the computer should check for me if it's empty, then data type will be undefined. Data type is a variable, which is what I'm going to be printing here. I'm not printing type of. There's nowhere you see type of here. If you see type of, that means the computer is deciding for me. And now the computer already knows that everything there is a string. So any type of you put will give you a string. So now, remember I introduced this isnan before. I introduced isnan. What is isnan? Isnan means
it's
it's not a number.
not a number.
So if it's not a number, that means it's a string, Abi. It's not a number.
Yes,
Yes.
So if it's not a number, that means it's a string. Then not isnan means it's a number.
Exactly.
yes,
Yes, not isnan means it's not a string. Which, and if it's not a string, it's either a number or it's undefined. And I've already handled undefined. So not isnan means it's a number. So not isnan, the user input, means it's a number. So if this condition holds, data type becomes a number. So you see all these things I'm writing here. If I write here number HH, it's going to print for me number HH. Then now,
yeah, yes,
if I come here and maybe write my name, write my cohort, and enter, then I write a number here. See, it's going to tell me number HH, just to tell you that the computer is not deciding for me if it's a number,
yes,
it's a string, or the computer is bringing out what I have said it should bring out if the condition holds.
yeah,
Okay, so that's
yes.
how I managed to achieve this. So I think we are done with this one. If it's empty, it tells us undefined. If it's a number that's not isnan, it tells us it's number. And then if else, that's else. If all of these conditions fail, then the only condition again is a number.
Okay. What about the type again?
Is someone trying to
It's not
speak?
any.
Is someone trying to speak aside Mr. Terence? Mr. Max, are you speaking?
I said, what about other data?
Your network.
Other data
It's
types,
stuttering.
we are not handling it. Mr. Caroline did not say we should handle it. Now that network is bad.
Mr. Max, I think
That
we have foundation.
network
That
is
was
bad.
that.
Or are we looking for just strange number and undefined?
Mr. Skyline said we should just compare those three. So we should just do those three.
Mars, what is
Hey,
that?
God.
You know.
What is going on?
Remove it.
Mr. Max, Mr. Max, you have to leave and rejoin.
Okay, let's continue. I think we have done this one already.
Hello, can you guys hear me now?
It's bad though.
Can you hear
Yes.
me?
Okay, try speaking.
Yes,
I
sir.
can hear you. Yeah, go on. We can hear you. I think your network is bad.
I think we are done
Maybe
with
we
this
should
one. We
leave
can start
and
the other one
rejoin.
again. Mr. Fancy.
Okay, let me, Mr. Yeah, I want to share my screen. So I will read out the instruction for the second one.
Okay.
Mr. Max, if you can hear me, kindly leave and rejoin. I think that will fix
Do you
the
think
issue you're having.
I should stop this one here? This video, this recording.
Can you pause and continue? Do you want to separate the video?
I want to separate. You know, if we do more than 2 hours, it's not going to render.
Okay, yes. Okay, yeah, you can stop here now because I think this one is even up to an hour. Let me share my screen so that because I had to write that one.
Mayor. Okay. Do you know most people will be thinking of using type of in this thing?
Many courses will have this, like everybody will encounter this challenge.
And maybe let me not enter anything. Or let me enter let me not enter anything. Undefined. Okay.
Yes.
Yes. Terence, please, let me see your code again, please.
I just believe this. My HTML has only this.
Yes.
This is my JavaScript.
Okay.
Bless, now he's still in this meeting. I noticed you are now in another section, others. I think maybe her phone disconnected, or I don't know what she joined. It's probably disconnected. Should I share my screen and read out the second one?
Yes.
Will I proceed? Okay.
Hello, Mr. Francis, can you hear me?
Yes.
Well, what I'm saying earlier is that we've done with strange numbers and undefined. I'm talking about what about other data types like Boolean and co. Or we just concentrating on these three types?
No.
He asked us to do just for these three data
He
types.
said we should leave Booleans for now.
Okay.
He said we should leave Boolean. That it's going to like confuse people. So.
Well, I don't think Booleans is confusing.
But he said that it doesn't mean he just said for me.
Boolean is going to give you an issue because if you put 1, is it going to tell you it's a number or is going to tell you it's a Boolean? If you put 0, you know 1 is true.
No, how using it here? How using it here?
What?
I don't mean using it here.
No, it's not confusing, but using it in the code will be because except it's going to print 2 data types for you to tell you it's either a Boolean or a number.
False
If you
or
put 0,
a number.
or you understand.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you see my screen?
I can see your screen.
Okay, so the second assignment is on array. The second one is on array. It said build an app. In the app, there will be a list of students. Then students will be represented by the indentation. Now,